Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this commercial application, and essentially we have some normal seating height here as well as over here, and then we have some bar stool seating height here and over here. There are some additional seating in the middle here, fireplace down here in the center, and then we have some awning structures above, and then we also have this overhang over here. Let's go into the overall dimensions that I have. So overall dimensions, I have 40 feet 3 inches from this post here to the outer edge of the post over here. The seating distance I have here is roughly 8 feet. You got I have 8, but you'll probably pull the chairs back a little bit, so we'll call it 8 foot. This seating table here I have at 12 foot 6. This bar stool I have at 14.6, and then this bar stool area over here I have at about 14.10, let's say. We have an overall height of the post at 10 foot off the finished floor, and I have the awnings starting at that position, and then I have a 6-inch droop as far as the awning structure itself. So just bear that in mind. That is important with regards to clearances. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it. So what I've done here, you can obviously see we have several units here. I'm going to turn off the dimensions for right now. So what I've done here is I've taken the just a bar and made my own kind of structural, I shouldn't say structural, I made my own support for the heaters themselves. They're 18 pounds a piece, but so you'd have to come up with some sort of structural design for this support, but I brought it down so that it's just below that 6-inch droop, and then I supported the heaters based off of the bottom edge of that. You can actually go an additional 1 inch higher, just based on what that true droop might be. If it's 6 inches, then the top edge of the heater needs to be a minimum of 6 inches at the lowest point here to any combustible above the heater itself. So just bear that in mind, 6 inches from the top edge to any combustible above. And that's why I just decided to go ahead and put a bar 6 inches down. It's actually 7 inches, I should say. So we're more than 6 inches of clearance. We're about 8 inches of clearance from this lower edge. Now, that's if it's a 6-inch droop. All right, so you can see that the different seating heights here are different seating types. This is more of a reclining spaces over here. What I've done is I brought this bar out 3 feet from the center point here to the center point here, and then I mounted the heaters to it, and I put a 10-degree tilt onto that heater so that we got a nice good coverage over here. Over here I just have that 3 foot out from this edge over here, and then just point it straight down. You'll see why here in a minute. And same with this distance over here. So these are all 6,000 watt units at 240 volts, 25 amps a piece. And as far as the distance apart from each other, I have these I think at 10 foot 8, so you may want to pull these in just slightly based on what the true occupied space is over here. Going back to this area over here, I have these at 10 foot 8, and I've done that just so that we can spread the heat out as uniformly as possible. With a 6,000 watt unit and this seating height here, this is going to be just fine as far as that's concerned. I have 1 here in the center and then 2 over here. Again, you may want to bring this one in based on what this left hand side occupied space really is. Now what I would also mention is that these being 6,000 watts probably would be too hot for the seating height of a bar stool, so you might want to go with a control system that allows you to dim it from 1% on to 100% on, or you'd like to go to a maybe a 4,000 watt unit. Even a 4,000 watt unit I would consider with a dimmer switch, or a 3,000 watt unit. They're all the same configuration as far as the dimensions are concerned. This is one here is a CD6024 6000 watt 240 volt again. And I have these all pointed straight down because we're really not going to cover much of this area here if I put the angle out. So it's best just to heat up the space below rather than trying to heat up some other space inside here that you're not really going to do. You know, you can capture some of this, but the majority of heat is going to be, see, I made a little mistake here when I moved it here, so let me just push that back there. Majority of heat is going to be really absorbed or appreciated just above the heater itself. So again, maybe a 4000, maybe a 3000, or 4000 with a control, 6000 with a control would also be fine for these specific 4 units over here. These over here you're going to probably want at that 6000 watt the majority of time. So all right, let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see that we have a very good coverage throughout this span over here. So I have all these chairs here nicely covered. There is a slight amount of missing points over here. So truly, I guess you could move them closer and put an extra unit in here, but I think that would be overkill after you went with that 5th unit on this side here. Over here, you can see that we're capturing the 2 centers just fine, and also half of the outer chairs over here. And then again, moving these a little bit closer, you can see that we're capturing these 5 seats over here just fine, and the same is true over here. You'd probably want to go ahead and move this unit over, maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 feet like that, something like that. So, and again, consider using a control system at least. And then also you'll see here I have 2 units, 6000 watt units placed over this edge over here, and they're just pointed straight down to the ground, and that would heat up this space here fairly decently. We're not really heating up the entire fireplace section, nor are we actually heating up this space over here, but I'm not sure that would be a good idea. There's a sign here, and I'm not sure that we can really place anything over here. I think this is an entry exit point as well as this over here. So all right, well, I think this is about it. I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we thank you so much for doing that. Have a great day.